Brad Lynch, loan officer in Texas for going on about 21 years. I was at the gym today on the treadmill when I saw an email come across, and someone was talking about, well, let's just do a prequal. And I thought, it's fresh in my mind. I'm going to go ahead and do this video right when I get back. So here it is, prequal versus a pre-approval. A pre-approval is formal. We're not going to talk about that right now. Just the prequal part. You can look on my blog and there's information about that. But a prequal is typically the difference. For example, a prequal, I can use this. This is all I need to do a prequal. Some notes, take down some information. But a pre-approval, you're going to need I'm going to need a computer. I'm going to need to be able to run credit and everything else. On a prequal, I've never taken it serious. And I don't even use it in my conversations. When someone calls me and I pre-qual them, usually I'm not saying, let me pre-qual you. I'm just using the pre-qualification process as a way to answer your questions. So you're going to call me and you're going to say, hey, first off, sometimes, what's your interest rate? Okay, a lot depends on what your rate is. We can't be anywhere close to accurate if we don't know some pre-qualification or even some pre-approval details to do that. Secondly is what payment am I going to approve for? Well, I don't know. And I understand that sometimes you don't want to jump right in with 2 feet and do a pre-approval, run credit, and get a hard hit on your credit score, which scares a lot of people. I'll use the pre-qualification process to kind of help warm you up to the process. And so hey, give me your, how much money do you make? Oh, really? You said you make a little bit of bonus. What was that, commission? Okay, well, I explained right then. Well, in that situation, there's a lot more questions that we'll pick up in the pre-approval, but we're going to run off your numbers right now. It's not a formal process. And then I go through and what kind of information is on your credit if I look at it, as far as minimum payments on credit cards and car notes. Do you have any student loans? Are you co-signed on something that you're not paying, but you're co-signed on someone else's credit? All these things come into play, and I can now give you an idea to help warm you up to the process and make you feel comfortable enough. Okay, do I want to go ahead and get a pre-approval? That's what a pre-qualification is to me. It's not really a legitimate formal, here's a pre-qual letter. I honestly don't give out pre-qualification letters. They don't have a purpose. A realtor is going to see it and they're not going to have any interest in it, because they're not going to give that to a seller and say, hey, my guy wants to buy this property. Here's how serious he is. They want a pre-approval letter. If you have questions, please give me a call. My number is 469-450-2723 or 469-450-BRAD. Talk to you soon.